So we did a big burn yesterday on the southwest pasture, and the neighbors, it was about 1,200 acres total.
Well, it's early springtime here in Nebraska. We don't just have a bunch of fun in the fall. We have to do a lot of things leading up to that, putting on a good hunt. This is a huge prescribed burn we got going on, over 1,200 acres. We have multiple neighbors pitching in, helping out, a crew of over 30 people here. Nebraska Game and Parks is even a part of this. They got a crew of 5 or 6 guys here to help us out as well. So it's kind of funny to think of it, but when you burn all the old blue stem, all the prairie grass, switchgrass up, that rejuvenates and lets that new growth come up. It really helps the prairie land out, and it also knocks down those pesky cedar trees. We're really trying to get a handle on those eastern red cedar trees, and this might be the best way to do just that.
And today I'm out here just making sure that there's no more spot fires and doing some shed hunting. And I already found one old small yearling antler stuck out like a sore thumb in this burn. So that's another plus of this, but kind of took care of a lot of the trash and stuff we've got. But saw another shed up here on the hill that I'm walking to get from the pickup. And then yesterday, one of the guys that was helping actually found riblets left side from 2021. So that was pretty awesome, and I'm out here kind of hoping to find the other side today and see how many more sheds we can find and hopefully not have any more spot fires. So gonna do some walking, go pick up this shed. I'll pick the camera back up when I get there. Not a bad shed, pretty old one, 2020 or 21 is the last time I recognized that buck. Wow, that one's not small. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. That last shed I just found ended up being Framezilla from this year, or this past fall, 2024. He's pretty much everything we thought he was. I see a shed off of Bowie, a 4-year-old from this year. I'm pretty sure it's one of this year's antlers, possibly from last year. He looked pretty similar the last 2 years, but shed hunting this burn is pretty awesome. This is the first time I've got to shed hunt a burn, and they stick out like a sore thumb. And I'm really excited to be putting the pieces together to a lot of the bucks that we've got a ton of history with. So this is pretty sweet. Keep rolling up this big draw by where I killed scissorhead and riblet, and work my way back down over there, pick up that shed off of Bowie, and hopefully find some more. That's pretty awesome. Bowie. Not too far at all from Ed's room, right there. Spotted an awesome match set from up top, and I could not be more stoked to see who it is. Oh my gosh. Yes. 2 of the antlers I wanted to find most this year. Those are off of Boone, one of the biggest, if not the biggest 3-year-olds we've ever had. In my opinion, definitely genetics off of Scissorhead. That is freaking sweet. Spotted them from all the way up on that top ridge. Just found Boone's match set, walking through the rest of this. Got fooled by this branch, went to turn around, and if you can see it in there, there's a side off of Framezilla from either 2021 or 2022. Oh, it's the match. No, it's not. That's a completely different antler over there. I know that buck too, that's a different buck. This one is Framezilla. This is his, so this would be from 20, God, what year was he for? 22? So 22. Match setup Boone off is from 2024, this past year. This deer is a buck that we haven't had on camera for, God, at least 2 years. We called him Eyewitness. He was standing 3 yards from Scissorhead when I pulled the trigger on him, and this was the year after I killed Scissorhead. This is incredible. Trudging through all this stuff. Just about to walk up onto another yearling antler. Too much to carry. Good problem. That's the right side from the year before with that big extra. Holy shit. We got 3 sheds up in today. Framezilla 2023. Match to the side we just picked up. God, that's a lot of ash. 2 match sets, 2 years in a row now off Framezilla, thanks to this burn and good neighbors. Well, this has been by far the coolest and most productive day of shed hunting I've ever had in my life. Obviously the burn makes it a little bit easier to find them. A lot of these stuck out like a sore thumb and we were able to see them from several hundred yards away through the binos laying in the wide open now that all the burned cedars that were from an old wildfire and all the grass and everything is burned off. But to find a match set from 2024 off Framezilla, find his match set from the year before, one side from the year before that. I've got a side from the year before that at home, a side off a riblet from 2021, all kinds of them. I'll run through them quick, but like I said, absolutely insane day. This has been an absolute blast. Makes you want to do burns every year. Obviously that's not ideal, but I'll run you through some of these sheds, and big thanks to the neighbors. I won't say any names, but got to ride around with them and check out a lot of their property where we found some of these sheds, quite a few of these sheds actually right on our border, and just an awesome time. They had most of the burn unit for this permit, and just pretty cool to see it all yesterday and then be able to find all the sheds today. So this is the 5-year-old set off of Framezilla from this past year, 2024. We were able to find his match set from 2023 as a 4-year-old, and also a right side off of him from 2022 as a 3-year-old, and I've got, I believe, the left side, possibly the right, at home from the year before as a 2-year-old. A couple other young bucks that we also recognize. Some yearling antlers that I obviously don't recognize because I don't pay too close of attention to them. A couple more nice young bucks. This white one, I think they're both from 2019 or 2020. This shed here is off of a buck we call Bowie, a 4-year-old this year that'll probably be on our list in 2025 as a 5-year-old. This is a shed off of a buck we called Eyewitness that I'm not even sure exactly. Sorry, trying to get the camera to focus here. This is either 2022 or 2023. I know 23 was last year we had pictures of him. I'm pretty sure this is 22. This is a side off of Riblet, my 2023 archery buck. This is from 2021. And then the match set off of our biggest 3-year-old that we call Bowie. And we're pretty excited to see what he does, but just an incredible day. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that to be able to find all those antlers and so many match sets. We've got yearling match set, Bowie match set, 2 match sets off of Framezilla, and now some other antlers to add to the collection of bucks we got history with. But pretty incredible seeing a burn of this size, 1,300 acres. We didn't cover near all of it, but 18 sheds and 1 dead head is pretty cool if you ask me. This is one that died in the pond on the neighbors this past fall that they found, and the coyotes drug him up out of the pond. Nice young 2-year-old that we knew, so that kind of sucks, but overall, heck of a day. Excited to see how this pasture turns out once it greens back up and see if we can close the chapter on some of these deer in the future.